Okay. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here. First, let me say a couple thank yous. First and foremost, I want to thank the Columbus Urban League for really having the foresight and vision and being a catalyst behind this program. So, Madam Hightower, thank you so much for your continued leadership in our community. Also want to thank the Columbus Chamber of Commerce for all of their hard work for putting this event together, but also for being a great partner in this program and an opportunity for our small businesses. I would also like to thank all the businesses that are represented here today. We have a couple that will be speaking to you from the podium, but also a bunch of them upstairs that we'll be celebrating this evening, and so excited to engage with them. I also want to make sure I give special thanks to the Department of Development for the City of Columbus, Director Mike Stevens and his entire team, and again, President Hightower and all the folks at the Columbus Urban League. Today, we are here celebrating the expansion and second cohort launch of the Urban Business Connection program. This program, as you will hear from the following speakers, is a joint effort between the Columbus Chamber of Commerce and our Columbus Urban League, aimed at uplifting and supporting our city's Black-owned businesses. After joining this program, these businesses will gain access to a suite of services and resources, including key relationships that many of our minority-owned businesses often don't get the opportunity to develop. Specialized consultation and research capabilities for targeted expansion. And when we talk about that word expansion, it's not just going out there and doing it, but you have to have the research. You have to have the market analysis done. So to have that as part of this program is so important. And also, it will be expanded services in marketing and visibility in the Columbus community, which we know is so critical to success. As chair of the Small and Minority Business Committee on City Council, I am committed to supporting the continuation and expansion of this program. And when the Urban League and the Chamber came to me, it was an easy decision to say yes. If we truly care about equity, we truly care about diversity and inclusion in this city, we must be intentional with our investments, intentional with our support of communities of color. And this program is a shining example of that intentionality. And I've said it before many times, when we talk about D, E, and I, in my opinion, there should be an extra I, which is intentionality. Because just signing on to a document or just saying that diversity, equity, and inclusion is a part of the fabric of your business is one thing, but to really put that in action is another. And so I'm so excited about these businesses that will have this great opportunity. So thanks to the support of my fellow colleagues on Columbus City Council, President Shannon Hardin, Council President Pro Tem Elizabeth Brown, Council Members Remy, Council Members Lourdes Barroso de Padilla, Council Member Dorrance, and all of the other council members. I'm excited that we are investing in this expanded program. This will result in an additional 45 companies joining this cohort, and that's a total of 70. So there were 25 in the first. This funding will retain those 25, but expand to 45 more companies. So 70 companies right here in the city of Columbus being able to have access to this great program. Under my leadership as chair, I am striving to ensure that the work we do for small businesses in the city of Columbus creates an ecosystem that promotes sustainability, that focuses on communication and access, and supports a business regardless of where they are in their life cycle. And so I'm really excited about the work that the Urban League and that the Columbus Chamber are going to do together, continued work. And I want to be clear about that, and I want to emphasize that. So, Madam President, and to Don for your work, because this was a catalyst that the Urban League stepped out on. And the Columbus Chamber said, we're going to partner together. And they did this on their own as a catalyst, and then came to the city to expand and say, there was so much demand that we have to get more businesses in the pipeline. And these are the kind of public-private partnerships that when we talk about building a city that is worthy of the next generation, building a city that is more equitable, that's more sustainable for Black-owned businesses, this is how we get it done. So thank you all for your foresight. Thank you all for your leadership. Next to the podium, I'm excited to bring a great champion at the State House for us. We actually have 2 State House folks here, so I'm glad to see them in representation. So first, let me give recognition to State Representative Latina Humphrey, who is my Tiger sister from East High School, representing the 26th House District, but also to a great champion, former council member, and someone who has been a pioneer for Black and minority-owned businesses, Senator Herschel Craig. Won't you come to the podium, please?
Let me first of all thank my one of my sons who is just brilliant, Nick Bankston, who is doing an awesome job at Columbus City Council. Would you honor him with applause today? And certainly to my dear friend, the illustrious, the brilliant, the president of the Columbus Urban League. Yeah, you know, amen. I could say some more, but I won't preach this evening. But let me also, would you honor her, Stephanie Hightower, who is doing a yeoman's job for all of us, and certainly I need for his visionary leadership. We need to certainly thank Don, and this combination of what we are seeing right now really is dynamic, it is significant, and can't say enough about what they are doing, really for generations to come. And this is not embellishment, but truly what you're doing to spur African-American business, small business in the city of Columbus. So while I've done that, I need to move further. I certainly want to thank President Shannon Hardin and all of the council members for their support in this great initiative, this important initiative. Suffice to say, the confluence of business and nonprofit organizations is essential to the economic viability of our city. Programs like the Urban Business Connections are vitally important for the business community in making sure that those who have been unable to access resources have the ability to do so. Black-owned and women-owned businesses are often shut out from accessing capital and resources that are available to other groups. The president and CEO of the National Urban League, Mark Moriel, and I'm sure you'll have comments regarding it, stated in the State of Black America, the annual report, the glaring disparities and inequities of African Americans that continue to exist in education, health care, housing, economic development, and jobs. He goes on to say, and I quote, "In the area of wealth, we've seen almost no change, none since the civil rights days." And that's really telling. And we have had movement, undeniable movement, but it deeply concerned me when he made that statement. The State of Black America's annual report highlights concerning statistics on racial disparities that affect economic development. African Americans are twice as likely to be denied a mortgage and not the benefit of home ownership, which is a driving force for building generational wealth. The workforce development disparities have widened the pandemic-induced recession, increasing the unemployment rate gap. Employing African American men fell from 54% to 43% in 2022. More than ever, economic development is critical for our communities. Black-owned businesses are often infusing their own cash. And I know about that, my son who owned his business, and working incredibly hard to make up those gaps. Programs like the Urban Business Connection help to provide the essential resources and the network that are needed to ensure that these businesses are on an even playing field. Providing this free membership, and I need to point out that providing this free membership with the Columbus Chamber provides instant access to a wealth of resources and connections that would not otherwise be possible without a membership. and provides opportunity for the stabilization and the growth of minority-owned businesses. I recently supported legislation passed by Senator Sykes and Senator Schering, and you were at that event, on supporting minority-owned businesses. Senate Bill 105 supports political subdivisions to accept a state minority business enterprise, women-owned business enterprise, and veterans-friendly business enterprises certification as evidence of certified business eligibility to participate in comparable local programs and special initiatives. Central Ohio and Columbus is a vibrant and diverse community. The business community should also reflect that diversity. A diverse business community is also vital for an overall healthy economy that will benefit the people of our region. And we all know about Intel, and we certainly want these businesses to, in terms of contracts and the supply chain, so the supply chain to have an opportunity to participate. But not only them, all of the businesses in our region. Partnerships like the one between the Columbus Chamber and Columbus Urban League help the Columbus region grow and thrive and ensure that everyone is included and can participate. I applaud the Columbus Chamber of Commerce and the Columbus Urban League for spearheading this initiative and providing ladders of opportunity for these businesses that have been working incredibly hard for sustainability, and I certainly applaud all that you're doing. Finally, I want to thank the City of Columbus and the Columbus City Council for renewing, and Mr. Bankston has already talked about, funding this vital program and expanding the program to include 45 more black-owned businesses in the year of 2. I am extraordinary, excited, and hopeful for our future. We have many challenges before us. That's real. But we also have great opportunities before us, and I'm excited about what it's going to mean for our children's children. God bless you. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Senator Craig, and it's great to have the State House's support in advancing minority businesses. Now I want to bring up our great champion, the leader of our Columbus Urban League, President and CEO, President Hightower. Come on up.
First of all, I don't appreciate having to go behind Senator Craig. I thought Don was going to have that honor, and Don, you set me up. So, but thank you. Let me first, this really is about a true partnership, the Urban Business Connection. City Council, Councilmember Bankston has been a champion for us long before he became a member of council. And so thank you for your continued leadership and belief in the work that you've helped to create at the Columbus Urban League. To the City of Columbus Department of Development, again, we've been in this partnership now for 2 years during this pandemic, and that support has continued to be unwavering. When we first started out with the Minority Small Business Resiliency Initiative, that's where this evolved from. And so thank you to Don and the Chamber for coming together with us, understanding the needs of black-owned businesses, and really putting their foot forward and putting their money where their mouth was in order to actually make things happen. So Senator Craig really took most of my thunder as he talked about the National Urban League State of Black America. But those points were really important, and you know, I want to go back and talk a little bit more about why this partnership is important. 20% of black-owned small businesses said they were confident they would be able to access capital if needed. But that's 11% lower than other businesses in the majority community. Black businesses bring in an average of $1 million compared to over $6 million for non-black businesses. And then black businesses create an average of 10 jobs per firm compared to 23 for non-black businesses. And if we increase that to equal numbers, it would create almost 1.6 million jobs in this community. 1.6 million if we could figure out how to equalize these numbers. And so the bottom line for us is, if black businesses win, everybody wins, right? And that's the message that we want. If black businesses win, everybody wins. And so thank you to the Chamber for partnering with us. That first tranche of money came through. We appreciated that. The second tranche has come through. And I'm gonna modify the numbers. We did 75 businesses the first year, 75, right? And we still had a list that was so long. You know how many people called me and were upset because they didn't get that chamber membership done? And so we knew we had to do this again because we knew that the need was there. We knew that people couldn't afford that $1,500 or whatever when I'm trying to get my business up and running. But again, the chamber figured out a way to offer a platform and menu of services that we know are going to help with building resiliency in our community. And as what Senator Craig said, we got Intel coming to town. That supply chain is going to be big and it's going to be huge. And we just want to make sure that as the partnership and other businesses talk about prosperity for all in the city of Columbus and this region, that we really are talking about prosperity for all. So again, thank you to everyone for your support. We're going to rock this out again, Don, in a significant way. We're going to come back to the city again for another tranche of that money because we already know people are already calling Jesse Mark, our executive, talking about, I need to get into this program. And so I don't want to get beat up on the street because I can't get enough people. So thank you again for this wonderful opportunity to partner with you at the Chamber, Don.
All right, and I think with that, that puts a tall order on me. I don't want my president and CEO out there getting hit with tomatoes. So anyway, moving right along, again, this is about a partnership, and it can't be done without the great work of the folks at the Columbus Chamber. So President and CEO of our Columbus Chamber of Commerce, Don DePiro, welcome him to the mic.
Thank you. Thank you so much. President Hightower said it right. I'm going first next time to follow all of this. This is a great day for us. We have had, I have to start with one anecdote from our first year with the first 30 companies. Douglas Buckley owns Black Kawaha Coffee, and he imports coffee beans from Tanzania, all black farmers, African farmers. And on our board of directors is Greg Hubert, Crimson Cup Coffee and Tea. And people don't know this, but Crimson Cup and what Greg Hubert does, Greg is the largest supplier of coffee beans, largest distributor of coffee beans to independent coffee houses in the United States. He's got a R&D facility on Alum Creek Road where he tests the roasting of coffee beans. We connected him. Greg's on our board of directors. Greg's chief roaster and Douglas Buckley are flying to Tanzania, and they're going to meet with these farmers, who many of whom have never, left their country, never left the towns where their farms are. And Greg is making available his platform and warehousing in New Jersey, where he brings all of the coffee beans from Central America, South America, and now Africa, and he's going to offer Black Kawaha coffee, Tanzanian farmers' beans to independent coffee houses all over the country. This will be this will go on for years. This will be a multi-million-dollar enterprise. And you want to go to Tanzania? Should we all?
Just getting ready to ask why we weren't on.
I'm ready to go to Tanzania. This started with President Hightower's support with money from CARES Act funds. And we secured, actually, respectfully, Councilmember Bankston, with 30 companies. And that story is just one of a multiple series of success stories we had over the past year. So we went to City Council and we said, we need your help. We've got to expand this. There are great entrepreneurs. We just had our orientation a private orientation for the 45 new business owners right here. They're all up there. There's food and drink. You're all welcome to join us after. And the buzz in the room was incredible. The energy was absolutely incredible. We have a whole slew of discount services that we offer at the Chamber. We'll make sure that all the business owners have proper health insurance. They get discounts on their workers' compensation insurance, that they get discounted office supplies and office products. We have a utilities program where a company buys bulk natural gas and kilowatt hours and then passes those savings over to our members. We have a discount credit card processing plan where they don't have to pay for the terminal for their credit card processing. They don't have to sign a contract. All of these, whenever I start a new member orientation program, I ask our new members, how would you like to get your second year's membership for free? Just sign on with these affinity partners and these affinity programs, and you're going to save thousands of dollars, which will come right off their bottom line, which is great. But you know what's exciting about this is, on top of everything else, life is about partnerships. All right, life is about partnerships and relationships, and this relationship with the Columbus Urban League and the Columbus Chamber of Commerce it's priceless. And 10 years from now, 15 years from now, we'll be able to look back on this, and hopefully it will be an extraordinarily robust program, and we won't need to have this program anymore because it'll be seamless, and we'll have all types of minority-owned businesses as part of the Columbus Chamber of Commerce as the true regional chamber, and just continue to move forward. I just told our new 45 member businesses, I said, let's make a lot of millionaires. Let's have a lot of millionaires in this room. Let's look back a few years from now and see where we all came from and what we've built, which is all really, really exciting. So with that, I can go on and on. This also includes sponsorship dollars. So our new members will be able to sponsor chamber events, chamber gatherings. We'll promote them and get their name out there. It will also include ticket and table money, so they'll be able to attend chamber events for free out of these resources. So it's much more than just the membership dollars, and it's really exciting. President Hightower, can't thank you enough. Councilmember Bankston, we just onward and upward. We may be paying the fine senator a visit sometime soon too, so we can continue to expand this program with your support and State House support for this great program. So with that, thank you all so very much. It's great.
Thank you, Don. And so we're going to get out of the way. You know, we're the bureaucrats and we're the folks talking about this, but really the stories are the businesses that have been impacted. And great stories. I'm looking at the two folks over here. One who grew up with my mom, so he can't tell any stories about me. But I'm going to invite to the podium now, and they can come right after each other, two of the participating businesses in the first cohort. One of them, and she'll tell her story, but it's a really amazing story to be able to expand into a place like Polaris, right? This is what this is all about. And in my vision is that I want black businesses to thrive wherever they are, but we need to make sure that they are part of the ecosystem of our city. So that means in downtown, that means in Polaris, that means in Easton, that means in the short north, that everywhere you go, that everyone in our community is represented. So bring it to the podium. First, Mr. Kelly James of Trip Bikes, and then secondly, Ms. Juana Williams of J Sweets Treats and Wedding Cakes. And you guys will come in that order. Thank you.
I'm so glad I'm not going last. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kelly James. I am the president and founder of Trip Bikes, the first fat tire e-bike rideshare in the world and the only local rideshare here in Columbus, Ohio. I'd like to thank the Chamber for this opportunity to speak here tonight, and a special thanks to Ms. Mallory Roth, who's been a guiding light throughout this process of signing with the Chamber. I'd also like to thank Stephanie Hightower and the Columbus Urban League with the Urban Business Connection for our membership. Trip has been a member of the Chamber since 2020, and I have to say my experience has been nothing short of amazing. The Chamber has given Trip access to their vast network of businesses and people to help my company grow. I've been able to build existing relationships with agencies like the City of Columbus, CODA, Smart Columbus, and Morpsey, just to name a few. When I started TRIP, my goal was to build a transportation company that was equitable for everyone, to bridge that divide in the shared mobility space for the city, the public, and local businesses. I believe I've achieved that by building a strong foundation with the aforementioned companies. We have worked very closely with the City of Columbus to meet these goals. Our company motto is "Your City, Your Ride," and we believe we built on that idea. With that being said, as we prepare to launch our first fleet of fat tire e-bikes in Columbus, TRIP wants to give the residents of Columbus an opportunity to have a vested interest in our company, not just as consumers, but as shareholders, very similar to what the residents of Wisconsin have with the Green Bay Packers. In the upcoming month, the residents of Columbus and the surrounding cities will have a chance of a lifetime of ownership in TRIP bikes through our WeFinder. If you are interested, please visit our website at ridetrip.com or email me at info@ridetrip. I can honestly say this would not be possible without the assistance of the Chamber and the Urban League. Thank you.
You ain't bring no treats with you.
I did bring treats. They were next door, thank you. So I guess going last, I should say something extremely profound, but I didn't prepare anything because I just wanted to speak from my heart. I want to thank you, Stephanie Hightower, and you, Don, for just allowing us to go deeper into the network that the Chamber has and that the Urban League has. Without you guys, we opened our business in 2020, 6 days before the pandemic. So by statistics, we shouldn't be here. Not only are we here, we expanded into the Polaris, and now we're going into the Columbus Convention Center. So there are tons of success stories, and they have provided so much support. I can't speak highly enough about Avery as well as Mallory. Not only do they work with you on a professional level, but on a personal level. They actually reach out to see how you're doing. If they don't hear from you, they contact you because they want to know what's going on in your life. So this has really been a great partnership. We're ecstatic to be here. My goal is to leave a legacy for my children, and because of the help that you guys are lending, that is going to happen. So thank you so much.
In the convention center, wow. Let's give another round of applause to that. I'm just so grateful. This is what these type of programs are all about. And when I talk about intention, this is what that payoff is. Small business, minority business, black business is economic development for the city of Columbus. And if we invest in them, it will be ripples of hope into the rest of our community. We're continuing to grow as a region, and we need to make sure that everyone has a seat at that table as we experience it. So again, as I wrap up, I just want to say thank you again to President Hightower and the Columbus Urban League for your leadership, Don DePiro, and everyone at the Columbus Chamber of Commerce for continuing to this support. And it's great because it's not just what the Chamber gives you. You also have the whole suite of services at the Urban League at your disposal as well. And just knowing how to navigate can make that much of a difference. And so excited for the work that you all are doing. To Kelly and Joanna, so excited for you guys' all success. And I'm looking forward to going upstairs to get some of these treats. So with that, thank you all for being here, and we will pause here and take any questions from the podium. No? All right, well, thank you all for being here, and we are excited about this partnership. All right, have a great day, everybody.